Well, hello, folks. I believe it is time to put a motor in a car. We got as you can see, this engine bay has gotten completely out of control for what I wanted to do. But it looks great. I had a buddy come over and paint it, and I spent one night stripping it and prepping it, and then taped it up. He came over and sprayed her up with some factory Ford white, and it's a pretty close match. It's not perfect in the light, but you're never gonna be able to tell, you know. But she looks pretty good. He got her all shiny, shined up for me, and I just pulled off all my tape. I had to drill a hole through this where we patched the bottom of the frame rail there, top of the frame rail, and the bottom of the strut tower. Got all that ironed out, and it's in. I got my hood latch reconnected. Really, all that's left in the engine bay is my caster camber plates, the wiring harnesses, and the Hydro Boost, which I'm going to build my lines for the Hydro Boost while I have this out. So I'm kind of anxious to just put the engine in the car. I really should do the Hydro Boost first, but I got a little bit of time here, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to get my dolly out, put my dolly under my oil pan and my K-member, shore that guy up, and then crank this thing back up in the air again, and struggle around and get angry and probably not get it done today, but I'm going to shoot for it. We'll see how she goes. Couple of observations. The Harbor Freight dolly sucks balls. It worked, but all the wheels, they don't want to pivot under weight, and it's bowing. Whatever, it works, I guess. I don't know what else to tell you, but whew, that was a workout, man, handling that thing under there. It looks like my steering shaft is going to go between these primaries, so I got to finagle that through there as I do this. But besides that, I don't really see anything else look at this. There's a Coyote motor in there. I don't really see anything else that's going to cause me humongous issues. The engine's a little bit teetered, but it'll probably be fine, or it won't. Either way, I'll get it in there. So here's where we're at right now. The steering shaft is being really tricky. I think I'm gonna be able to get it though. I was considering taking it out of the car, but that would be a hassle. So what I kind of did was, you can see the gap here. I scooted the car back a little bit and kind of like pointed it, and then extendoed it down, and then I've been just finagling it through as I go. And it looks like she's gonna come, but that's pretty much what's going on right now. It's like my transmission cross members binding up, which might not really be the best thing in the world, but I'll get to that in a minute. Steering shaft went in no problem the way I was talking about. She's just in here flopping around, hanging out. We're pretty well lined up. The only real issue I'm running into is this brake line for the driver's front is like totes gonna get smashed by this K-member. So I think the intention, I have the install manual for this somewhere, but I think the intention is for this to be ran under this lip of the K. So I'm gonna undo this and continue on. Way up. Motor's in. My camera were both snugged up just fine. Steering shaft went in, no problem. Yeah, a little bit of a problem, not a big problem though. Plenty of clearance, shouldn't hit any header primaries. And by gum, there she is. I reckon I'll set her up on some jack stands and get to ordering a couple fuel line parts, and I'm probably gonna hate myself for not putting the engine harness on first. There's a couple plugs, they're not that bad. I can get to all that, never mind, that's not that big a deal. Put the engine harness on, get my control pack in and wire it up. I do a little more reading on the car harness, exactly what I need. I think I'm gonna leave the ECM harness and stuff and take the old engine harness that plugs into that, cut it, take the few wires that I need out for like coolant temp sensor and I think RPM signal. I can tap into something on the control pack so that the cluster will work. Oil pressure as well. So I don't know, I got a little more reading to do, but you know, she's in there.